Join the movement. Go all electric with Pure Electric.
Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome to my home tour for the Sands House for Sustainable House Day 2025. My home is located on the Fleurieu Coast in South Australia, about an hour and a half south of Adelaide. We're in Climate Zone 6, and the location for this new build project was on a fairly standard residential block, about 595 square metres, with north-northeast to the rear. I worked with Lockie McEwen from Harmonic Building Design on the design, and the build was completed by 35 South Building Co. So the objectives for the design were to really prioritise energy efficiency, airtightness, and occupant health and comfort. And I wanted to create a 3-bedroom plus office home with 2 bathrooms and all electric. We ended up with a design that was about 160 square metres, and the build project commenced in November 2022 with handover in September 2023. So I've been in the home for about 18 months now. We used fairly standard construction methodology for this project. We've got a concrete slab on ground with 90mm timber frames and a truss roof design. The home is wrapped in Proclimer vapor permeable membrane. So we've used Extasana to the walls and Mento to the roof. And as you can see in the photos, all the joins and penetrations were carefully taped. Due to both the design and the really careful installation, we were able to achieve a really high level of airtightness. So we did blower door testing before the external cladding went on, so just at when we had the cladding and the windows, and then we did it again at handover. We achieved an airtightness result of less than 1.5 air changes per hour. The original plan was to aim for about that 3 to 5 air changes per hour, and we were contemplating a decentralised ventilation strategy depending on where that final air tightness result ended up. The result that we got, the high level of air tightness, surprised us all a little bit. So it meant that we needed to pivot to a different ventilation strategy, and we ended up installing a centralised system, the Aerofresh 280. This has actually been a really interesting kind of area of learning, and in hindsight, I wish that we had really considered ventilation much more thoroughly during the design and planned for that centralised ventilation from the outset. The home has, again, fairly standard insulation throughout. R6 bats to the ceiling, 2.7 to the external walls, and R2 to the internal walls. The external materials used in the home are zinc aluminum for the roof. We've used WeatherTech's Weathergroove Woodsman for the part of the external cladding, as well as James Hardie fine texture cladding and some recycled red brick. Here is a few photos of the home under construction and since completion. The windows are UPVC double-glazed windows, and the mixture of tilt and turn, awning and fixed windows also have a lift and slide door to the main living area. And one of the things I really love about these windows is just the great airflow that you can get through the home, particularly with those tilt and turn windows, being able to open them right up. And certainly the design of the home has really prioritised cross ventilation. So it's really easy on a hot day, when the temperature falls in an evening, to open up the house and really move air through quite quickly. One of the features that often people are quite interested in, and that I actually picked up from a previous Sustainable House Day, was the use of this barn-style laundry door, where you don't have room for both a window and a door. To use this kind of split in the door means that you can open up the window portion to have some ventilation while still maintaining the security of the door. I've also used a dog door, the Ranger Pet Door by Freedom Pet Pass, which was custom made for the door and seals really, really well. I've used honeycomb blinds from Nordic Blinds throughout, and they fit within the beading profile of the UPVC windows, so they don't impede the operation of those tilt and turn. You can also see in the window of in the picture of the living space how effective they are at just providing that shading when the sun is a little bit lower and it's a little bit unwanted. You can still use those blinds to prevent that sun hitting the concrete slab. So the primary glazing is to the north-northeast living area. I've got a 1200mm fixed eave to prevent the summer sun penetration but allowing that winter sun, and with the concrete floor for thermal mass. And you can see in these photos just how far the winter sun is penetrating through that living space. For water, for water efficiency, we've used the methane carry jet shower heads. We've got a heat pump, hot water system, and two 2500 litre rainwater tanks. The home has solar PV. We've got 13.2 kilowatts of solar panels with a 10 kilowatt inverter, and this graph just shows the production, consumption, and export through 2024. The panels are facing east, south, southeast, so they're not. The positioning isn't optimum for solar production, so you can see there's quite a difference between summer and winter production. But yeah, as you can see there, I'm producing far more than I'm consuming annually. And these are just some photos of the completed home. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the house tour, and if you've got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.